So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to sit down and chat to you, I guess. There's been a lot of things flying around with the new game coming out, FIFA 19, obviously personally I'm a career mode guy, so there's been a lot of talk about what the game mode actually is like, and a lot of people have had their opinions, negative, positive, whatever. Today I want to give you an idea of what I'm feeling based upon the fact that I've played the game before it came out. A lot of people, I think, with me and some of the other guys that went to Berlin for the early capture event didn't really take what we said seriously about the game because we were EA game changers, we're just going to suck up to EA, we're yes men. So today I'm giving you my truthful thoughts on career mode so far. What's gone wrong, what's gone right, and just generally what my opinions are now the full game has come out. So, where to begin? Obviously, for me, personally, the first time I played FIFA 19 in any sort of form was in Berlin for the EA early capture event to talk to some of the community managers, the likes of Kyle, Corey, and Zaro as well, and a couple of others as well, but those were the main guys that I knew and that I'd had interactions with. Now, for us, the career mode community, we feel a little bit battered and bruised these days because, well, there's not all that much effort going into career mode, and I can easily say that. You know, I know I'm not going to get a wrath from EA about saying that. There's been a severe lack of effort put into career mode. It's not the only game mode, and to be honest with you, Ultimate Team this year, I keep banging on about it, but I don't really think Ultimate Team has had anything innovative added to it this year either. So it's a little bit frustrating seeing a new game come out and there's pretty much nothing new. Anyway, career mode is the main topic of this conversation. That's where we're going to stick to from now on. Career mode got a lot of positive reviews from Germany, from Berlin. And again, this came down to a lot of people thinking, oh yeah, they're yes men, they've been invited to Germany, they're just being paid to say that. Absolutely was not the case. Nobody was being paid to say anything. Nobody was being forced to say anything contractually. Flipping Cutsy Gaming went as an EA game changer. Do you think he can be bribed? No, nobody can bribe that man. He stands for what is right, and even he was saying this was a massive step in the right direction, gameplay-wise. No, I'm not going to sit here and blast the fact there's no new game features. A lot of people have done that already. Someone that I know really well, B-Monis, talked about how EA have murdered career mode, and to an extent I would agree. You can check that video out in the top right of the screen. It's one of the most well-made videos that I've ever seen, literally, and I think it portrays that issue very well. Career mode at Berlin was great. Obviously there were no new features, but the gameplay almost bypassed that, and when I say almost, it didn't. You know, at the end of the day, we still knew, yeah, this is kind of the same, they just painted it differently and it's got Champions League and Europa League now. But I remember making videos back then and saying, no guys, seriously, the gameplay is the best it's ever been. And it was. It was challenging, like I was losing games comfortably on Legendary without even having to step up to Ultimate. And I know that was probably because I wasn't used to the game. I could win any game I wanted to on Legendary on FIFA 18, so to know that I could not only lose sometimes on Legendary and also know there was another new difficulty above that in the shape of Ultimate was extremely exciting, because I knew it probably wasn't gonna, I probably wasn't going to find myself in a situation where I was winning every single game until very late on in the game cycle where I'd sussed out every single nuance of the AI. But generally speaking, we were all in really high spirits after Berlin, and we were told this was going to be the final build of the game. EA had said to us that the demo that was going to come out a couple of days after we travelled to Berlin was not going to be the final version of the game, that would not be representative, but instead what we were playing in Germany was the final build, and that's what we believed. However, it came to, EA Access, and we were like, this is not the same. This really is not the same, and EA Access is meant to be the final build of the game. That's the whole point. It's people playing FIFA 19 itself early rather than a demo or some pre-patched game. Now, there is usually a day one patch, so we were like, okay, that might fix the gameplay a little bit. So then the full game arrives, and it's just the same. Nothing has changed between the EA Access version and the real game coming out. The thing is, if we hadn't been told it was the final build from Berlin, there would really have been no issue at all. But it was the fact that we'd played something in Berlin that was so enjoyable, and then we'd arrived at the real game, and it was just FIFA 18 again. What frustrates me the most is that we gave feedback and said, literally every, I don't know whether it was the Ultimate Team guys, I'm not going to point fingers, but in terms of playing against the AI, for solely career mode, We told the FIFA developers, do not touch this. Don't do anything. Out of all of us, I think it was 12 of us or 14 of us or something like that, of the career mode guys, we said to them, do not change anything. Leave this as it is. We had conversations with the developers, literally face to face, and said, guys, just don't change anything. Change some of the things in career mode, like the fact that transfer talks break down constantly and loaning players is too difficult and all that sort of jazz. But gameplay-wise, playing the game, we said, don't change anything. And they did. And it just feels like our feedback was completely wasted. None of the issues that I brought forward as far as career mode is concerned, like as a game mode, were actually rectified or fixed. And then all the feedback we gave in terms of gameplay was completely ignored as well. And it's just frustrating because it was such a step in the right direction, taking that many people to the event, and then to just completely bypass everything they had to say in pretty much every game mode is really infuriating to see. So as far as I'm concerned, FIFA 19 career mode is pretty poor, and I understand the lack of interest in it. Personally, I look at the view count on my channel and I look at the support and stuff, and it's nothing to do with the people that actually watch me. I love all my subscribers, and I would literally be nowhere. It sounds so cliche. I'd be nowhere without them, and I have no judgments of them watching certain videos and not watching others. It's completely up to you. You're subscribed, that is enough for me. To have wanted to subscribe to my channel is brilliant in itself. I don't watch every video of every person that I'm subscribed to. I don't have the time to do that. Sometimes I don't have the interest levels to watch certain videos from certain people. It's been evident that there's a very big lack of interest in FIFA 19. Like a huge, humongous lack of interest. I'm not even talking about my genre. Career mode is bad, but it's the same across the board. You look at stuff like Ultimate Team, the views are not there. I, for instance, uploaded the first episode of my career mode series with Wolves. It's on roughly 40,000 views. I compare that to what I had about this time for Bournemouth, which was FIFA 18's inaugural career mode, if you like, and that had about 60k by now, and that was a smaller channel back then. I had 30,000 less subscribers back then. But then I look at some of the other videos that I'm making right now, which are a bit more like BuzzFeedy or experiments and stuff, and some of them are doing worse than the videos from the end of FIFA 18 career mode, which to me is even more baffling. People were genuinely more interested in watching FIFA content at the end of FIFA 18 than at the start of FIFA 19. People don't have any interest, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be so, open and truthful in this video as much as possible. I would not have bought this game if I was not a YouTuber. I wouldn't have done. There's no reason to. If you've got like £50 lying around and you're debating whether to use £50 on either another good game like Red Dead Redemption that's coming out soon, or £50 on treating a family member to something, or a loved one to something, do that. Don't spend it on FIFA. And it's really horrible having to say that. I've been a FIFA fan for so long. It's been a big part of my childhood. I used to play FIFA all the way since like 2005. I had FIFA 2005, I had FIFA 06, I had FIFA 07, which was one of my favourite games ever. I played that for about 2 years straight. I didn't even buy FIFA 08 straight away because I was so in awe of how good FIFA 07 was for its time. Its career mode was so innovative in comparison to what we see in career mode now. They've done small little things that actually they should have promoted a lot more. Like the fact that your badges and your numbers change when you go from being in the Championship to the Premier League. That's one thing that people have been wanting for so long. They made it so that you can train strength and sprint speed, and they didn't tell anyone about it. This is stuff that people have been wanting for so long. They're small things, yes, but if you don't market them, nobody's gonna know, and people are just gonna think it's exactly the same. And basically it all culminated in the fact that in the news recently it was revealed that FIFA 19 had done worse than FIFA 18 in terms of hard copies. 25% less, in fact, hard copies have been sold for FIFA 19 than the edition of last year's game. So overall, I think people have been able to tell, and this will be the actual kick up the arse that I feel EA and the FIFA franchise will need. So this is where we find ourselves, with a career mode that's pretty much dead already. Content-wise on YouTube, I'm gonna struggle. Always have it in the back of your mind, just try and support your favorite career mode YouTuber as much as possible, because a lot of us have to try and earn a living from this, and if I'm honest, it's a shambles of a game mode this year, and it made that very difficult for us to be able to survive. People like Chris or Chesnoid Gaming, he actually has to like pay rent with YouTube earnings alone. It's a lot of pressure, so I would urge a lot of you to really support us all throughout the course of the year. You don't have to, but if you want us to stick around for next year, then it's probably the only way we're going to be able to do so. That though is it. If you enjoyed, slap a like on the video, subscribe if you are new to the channel. I just hope that this is the last time I have to make a video like this. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.